Okay, so we are live, I believe, and this live stream, I'm hoping that we can stick to the topic for this live stream. We will have lots of other opportunities to talk about other issues. Today is World Galgo Day, and I will explain what that is. But first of all, welcome to the live stream. Let's see here. Lots of people here already. Bob, how are you doing? Curtis, uh, Elizabeth, and Peter. Lots of people here. Wonderful, wonderful. So let me get straight to the point. The Galgo is a type of dog. It's a dog breed, and it's very often called Spanish Galgo, but the name is the Galgo, and it means, I believe, the dog of the dog that the Gaels used to have, so back in the very old ancient times, that was the kind of dog that they uh, uh, used to keep as for hunting and so on. The Galgo is being mistreated, sadly, very often, in especially in Spain. It's the reason why today, February the 1st, is World Galgo Day is that I believe it's the end of the hare hunting season there. And what happens is that when the hunting stops, the massacre of dogs begins. So thousands of dogs, hunting dogs, being galgos, they are beaten to death. They are thrown out of cliffs. They are hanged by the neck, some of them. Most often they are just discarded like rubbish and thrown out in the street, and the owner will just stop feeding them, especially if they didn't perform well enough during the hunting season. So I know in Spain, it's one of the animal tragedies in Spain. And most people have heard about bullfighting, right? And no decent human being supports bullfighting. Like I hope I'm using the right term when you have the bull and in the arena and it's killed slowly by these little turds that stick their knives in them and all that. uh, so I mean it's very easy to protest against that and we should, but most people they don't know about the tragedy of the Galgo. So I didn't know about it until uh, I was educated, so to speak, by people in Spain working for trying to help stray dogs. So in Spain, I believe there are lots and lots of people trying to help these dogs, and there's a conflict between um, the good people there and people who believe that dogs are just objects that should be that are not worth anything if they can't hunt well enough. Um, so I have two galgos, and you've seen them in some of my videos. If you go to um, my outdoors, my new channel. Well, it's not new, but it's my smallest channel, Bjorn Outdoors. you will find videos there where I go camping and canoeing with my two Galgos. It's funny because they are very sensitive dogs and very kind dogs, but they are also very wild. So, and they run like the wind. They are. Some people say they are the second fastest dog breed after the Greyhound. Um, I don't know, but they are dangerously fast, and they will hurt themselves when they run after something moving over there, and so they get scratches and scars and lots of those. And I have a female dog and a male dog, and I will say that our male dog is the wildest, and he's got already lots of little scars from twigs and stuff that just, he's just being very wild. But they are very kind, very sensitive, and they inside the house they will just sleep and take it easy. So it is. These are the second and the third Galgo that I have. We had a Galgo before, and we miss her very much. We decided that we want this when she passed on. We wanted the same type of dog. Um, so here we are with yes, Elvis. That's Elvis and Feline. That's their names, and I'll take. Sorry, I just start talking, and then but I will get to the chat, and I will scroll up and try to respond there. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, they are rescue dogs, you know, um, and we didn't choose their names. We probably wouldn't have chosen those names, but now it's I really like their names actually. um, Berserker 2019 says, "I'm a big fan of Elvis." Yeah, Elvis is. We just went for a walk, and now Feline, she's like right over there, like 1 meter that way. I have built up a sort of a platform out of pillows and and stuff, so that they can lie on top of their looking level with the windowsill and look out on the because they're on squirrel watch, uh, chipmunk watch. They are watching the squirrels and the birds in the garden. Um, and Elvis is over there in the sofa. Yeah, he's sleeping now. So today is World Galgo Day, and in my video descriptions on all my channels, you will find links to some animal charity organizations, and one of them is SOS Galgos, I believe, and so you can click on that link, and learn more about World Galgo Day. And it's like many dogs are sadly mistreated, but this today is our attempt of bringing attention to this particular dog breed and the mistreatment of these dogs. Um, but yeah, so it's something that we should talk about. It's something that we should give attention. Um, Most people, they have never heard about this. They don't know about first of all, they don't know about this dog breed. Most people know about the greyhound. And by the way, the greyhounds are mistreated as well because they are used for this racing, and that's a very evil. Um, that's pure evil, the greyhound racing. So, okay, let me take a look here at the chat. I won't be able to respond to all the comments, but let's see here. Yeah, it's good to see you as well, Joe Morgan. And let's see here. Matthias Treeman is here. He just this morning I woke up to a new video on his channel. So Matthias Treeman, sorry, and Berserker Guy in 2019, great channels. Yeah, WTF question mark. Some people are animals. Yeah, I know. Rufus Page says, I saw a guy walking 3 dogs today. One only had its front legs. Yeah, it really hurts, when you see things like that. But I try to remember that dogs are very hardy. They adapt, maybe better than human beings can, Ash Miles says, I have had 2 Spanish hunting dogs, beautiful animals. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Rekanov says, I'm Spanish and I don't support it. And that's absolutely the impression that I'm getting. Only a minority of Spanish people support this, of course. It's not like I'm not saying that Spanish people are cruel to animals. That would be nonsense, because I mean I would never have learned about the Galgos, and I would never had gotten into this, so to speak, if it wasn't for Spanish people working to help the Galgos and the stray dogs. It's just so annoying that you have these few people doing these things to these dogs. It's just horrible. We have the same in Norway with I would say with the wolves, with a minority. Yes, it's a minority. I've checked the statistics. A minority wanting to shoot the remaining wolves here. Most people in Norway, they want the wolves here, so it's yeah. Let's see here. Elizabeth says people who abuse animals are mentally sick. It's inhumane. Yes, thank you for saying that. It's very true. And also, it's. I wanted to talk about that. I almost forgot, but so thank you for reminding me. I've read several places that this is criminology. I think the word is. That's the professional field of criminology and so on. They do research on what kind of people are doing bad things, right? And they've found a very strong connection or link between abusing, mistreating animals, and abusing and mistreating humans. So if you see someone beating a dog, well, if I see someone beating a dog, I I can't say here on YouTube, but there are lots of people in the live stream here who know what I'm. That's not happening, you know. And you're the same, I know. But if you see that, that person is likely to mistreat and be violent against maybe his wife, children, and so on. They've done proper research on this, so there's a link there. Garden prepping, another great channel. Um, let's see here. Yes, Nino F says galgos used to be hanged from the trees if they didn't perform on hunting day. My soul is scarred by the photos that I've seen, and I think someone who hangs a dog is. I'm tempted to say that that's not even a human being. It's a devil or something like that. It's because it's so evil, so evil. um, let's see here. Yes, Nordlys, VFX, det gledes till sommaren. Yes, I'm looking forward to warmer weather. And now maybe you're hearing Feline. She's being a guard dog a little bit here. Yeah. She sees something out there through the window. But I'm looking forward to warmer weather. Then we can go camping again. The what I there is one thing about these dogs that I find very little. It's not practical, you know, in the wintertime, because they are not winter dogs. They have very short fur, and they don't have any body fat. It's like no body fat, and they will freeze. You know, that's why they usually have clothes on. Some people think that's silly, but I it's not. It's necessary. Um, how old do they usually live to? That's interesting because they are big dogs, and big dogs usually don't live that long, but they live. Our former dog, when she passed, she was very old. Her it, it's a yeah. I've told this story. I have told this story before. When we got her, she was pregnant actually, and they didn't tell us. So she gave birth to all her puppies here, and actually, right where I'm sitting right now, except the first one that happened over there. No, not behind me, but in another room. But yeah, there are still 3 of those left, and they will be 14 years old in 1 month now. So I can say that they will usually live to the age 13 or 14. So that's quite old for big dogs. And Nuala 357. You have an old greyhound and two Rottweilers named Tor and Loki. That's wonderful. C Brown says, All rescues for me. Can't imagine buying a pet from a shop. Let's see. My condolences. Let's see here. I have to scroll down now. Wolfo Odin is here. Yeah, Nordlys VFX. There will be Viking camping again. Absolutely. We've been through a very strange time. It's been a strange time on YouTube as well. Just a little bit of a sidetrack here, but it's I won't get into that now, but I am getting back to that. North Shore Preparedness. Good to see you. I think YouTube is a bit off. They're not. I think I'm being unsubscribed to several channels. But anyway, yes. Rose Hippie Guy says, "I hope that people are prepping for their furry family members as much as they are for themselves." Yes, very important. Very important. And another thing, and this is again a little bit of a sidetrack here, but if you have a pet and you prepare for some kind of chemical or nuclear disaster or something like that, you will now, very soon now, have the opportunity to buy a sort of a small tent, a cocoon, sort of a cocoon that you can put your dog or cat inside there, and it's they will be protected there, actually. So, and then you can take that out in your car and get away. I'm just mentioning that because I've been I've been asking the guys at Mira Safety a lot about that, because I use them, their brand, for the masks and all that. So, and I told them, you have to get me something for the dogs as well. So that's coming, and it's so I'm looking forward to that. Yes, so you should all have, as Wolfo Odin says, he says, I have extra food for my dog. Absolutely. And I would imagine that if there is a problem getting supplies into a country, I guess they would say that, well, pet food is not that important. We will feed the humans first, or something like that. That's nonsense, you know. But Miss Becky 11, thanks a lot for the donation there. No, I haven't heard about the I've heard about the magnetic fields, of course, but what you write there was, I'll check it out. Berserker in 2019 says, I have a year's supply of dog food for my 2 dogs. What is a galgo? Can you, if you scroll back to the beginning, I'm explaining it there. It's a dog breed. It's the kind of dog that I have. Let's see. Kim says, mouse like stored food too. Yes. Um, I yeah. Hello. They do. So use containers that they can't get through. That's quite important. So what I do is we have large barrels made out of thick hard plastic, and I don't take dog food out of the bags because those bags are an extra protection for. I think the dog food will last longer if you don't open the bags. So I put the bags inside the plastic containers. um, let's see here. Well, for audience says I have to wear glasses now too, Bjorn. We're getting old. Yeah, I know. It's it's that's just how it is. But the alternative is much worse, right? Not getting old. Gavin says, my lurcher eats the rabbits she catches. Yeah, well, the lurcher is a dog kind of, for those who don't know, it's a, I hope I'm saying this correctly now, but there is some sighthound in those dogs. Uh, and they have a very strong hunting instinct. Um, yeah. So yeah, they look like the Galgos look like greyhounds. They are, when it comes to the size, they have the same shape, but they are, when it comes to the size, between a whippet and a greyhound, I would say. Okay. Yes, and Donna says, I have a pet rabbit and a cat, and they're both coming with me if I had to evacuate. Um, exactly. I mean, I think there are people out there who forget to prep for their dogs. And can you imagine how terrible that would be? You realize, oh, I I didn't do anything to prepare when it comes to my dogs, or cats or whatever. That would be horrible. That would be horrible. Um, and Ash Miles says, I had a wonderful lurcher called Merlin. He caught his own food too. They do that, and we don't let our dogs do that because that wouldn't be so nice here where we live. That would probably be like the neighbors' cats and things like that. So we actually have some goats. Our neighbor has some goats, and I was hoping that that would be fine, but I can sense that they are really interested in the goats. So now we have the fence around our property, and they can't. It's tall enough so that they can't jump over the fence, um, and that's a good thing. Um, No Shore Preparedness says, haven't been posting a lot due to medical issues. Okay. Um, I didn't know that. Yes. Let's see here. Let's see here. Is there a question here about A Saluki, yes. Let there be light. Was thinking about the Saluki. I think that all the sighthounds are wonderful, and the Saluki is, I think it's the skinniest of the sighthounds, and it has the same mannerisms, and there are some people who say that the sighthounds are a bit like cats, and there is some truth to that. But then again, they are not, and they are very much primal dogs, I would say. Miss Becky says inflation is going to see pet food go through the roof. Good to secure pet food while you still can. Yes, absolutely. They're going to eat the pet food anyway, so that's just sensible to buy extra. Dustin, and thank you for the donation, and Dustin, thank you as well. You're asking, you're curious about how disabled people are treated in Norway. Are there special schools for disabled children? I think, as far as I know, disabled people are treated very well in Norway, and the schools really make an effort to make everyone fit in the normal schools. So, but there are schools for there are special schools as well, I believe, but mostly a kid with some kind of what's it called, disability will just have a normal life, normal school day, and everything as everyone else, which I think is great, and that's how it should be, you know. Let's see here. Yeah, that's the super chat I answered there. I'm going to stay on topic here as much as possible, and I'm going to end this live stream soon because what I would like to ask you is to go on some kind of social media. I don't know, the Twitter, Twitter, Facebook, or here on YouTube, and just use those hashtags. World Galgo Day. I wrote them in the title, and there are several organizations that are trying to get people, trying to reach people with their message about the Galgos today. Well, all day, every day, but especially today. And it's the story of the Galgo is a sad story because they used to be treated like princes and princesses because they were the dogs of the nobility, you know. Not now. So yeah. So let's see here. If there are yes, Uncle Charlie says I always wanted huskies, but it's so hot here in South Georgia. Yes, I I understand that those are winter dogs. You know, you would probably be better off with a Galgo in South Georgia. And LYCVN says, I'm of the opinion that in a survival scenario, people should only keep animals that would benefit them, like A hound versus a pug. What do you think? Well, I don't know what to say. We don't choose dogs. People normally don't choose dogs because of the breed that would be sensible in a survival situation. So I don't know what to say. Um, I I would say that these dogs or any sighthound would probably be great dogs in such a scenario because they are independent hunters, right? So if you can get the the prey that they have tracked down and run down and killed, if you can get the prey away from them, you don't have to do anything, right? So, but let's hope it doesn't come to that. Now, Dustin, welcome as a member to the channel. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I do live streams, sorry, for members only, quite often, as often as I can. Okay, I will end the live stream with that. And thank you for joining. Thank you for being in the chat and for giving some thought to the Galgos today, because it is World Galgo Day. And let's hope that many more Galgos are rehomed and rescued and then rehomed, and let's hope for an end to the mistreatment of the Galgos, and for an end to the mistreatment of all dogs. Nuni Toss, well, thanks a lot, and thanks for the donation there. Yeah, well, thank you again. Thank you again. So that's all for now. Have a wonderful day. I hope I got to reply to all the super chats and all that. Okay. Wait, dansk, svensk, Gaussian, yay or nay? Well, they are nice dogs, you know. I know some people who have a dog like that. They are quite small. So, okay. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.